is actually my first time really publicly speaking about any of my ideas or thoughts.
All right, thank you. Yeah!
This is a combination of a bunch of recent dreams, inspirations, thoughts that I've received just from being with really inspirational people and different stuff. Again, I find myself outside, wondering if I am truly alone with my thoughts, or if someone or something ever really hears them out. The question remains truly unanswered, but I am pleasantly comforted when I remove myself from my thoughts, to see a fly, listening ever so intently, perched on a flower blossom to my left. I am not alone. I love my plants, and they love me back. Together we form a symbiotic, loving habitat. When I live to love, the stars wink at my thoughts from above, and I can't help but grin from ear to ear, let alone stop myself from shedding a tear. When sitting outside, kiss the next leaf that falls onto your lap. You never know what will happen. It took so long for it to bring itself into existence just to reach your lap. Out of all the leaves on all the trees, that one leaf went the extra mile to bless you with its presence, to make it known that you are cared for. At very least, smile for the abstract matter in life that brings about individual waves of consciousness and personal thoughts. Throughout our lives, and especially in moments like these, we come to find that every act of doing reveals the next part of the journey, and with each act of reflecting, we better understand the definition of the place in which we reside. Restless nights never remain so for long, and serve great purpose too as they transform from night to day. It is a time when ties are torn, when many tears are born, as we recollect on past years forlorn, and selfish thoughts are often viewed with scorn, as we race to find the meaning of the sleepless early morn. But when calm consciousness gives way to light each day, with an unprecedented array of everlasting cosmic blooms arising from an honest forte, a true harmonious display, we have little choice but to continue, unfettered by contempt and dismay. Carry on collected in one, blazing a horizon more radiant than the sun. Only when we can see do we often find our way. In a state of tranquility we wait for the coming day. I feel your heart and see your spark. Namaste. Through a new understanding about life, I become dumbfounded by beauty in the highest sense. When I close my eyes, at once I begin to feel as though I am like a dove, for all I feel is love. If I had ever missed a step, I would have fallen off the path that has led me to above. My only direction now is to flow like a stream, forever moving with the flow of the sweet blue dream. I am pulled deeper in towards the white light, where an angel approaches me from beyond where I can see, from the great beyond, a realm of infinite possibility. With each new experience, the world opens up more for me, and oh so vividly and beautifully do you look to me. A self-made diamond in the rough, shining your own light in flawless patterns for those with or without eyes to see. She came on like a dream. Her all-encompassing, intangible energy had me bursting at the seams. I can never tell lies about the time I became locked into her all-knowing eyes. She gave me everything I could ever need, like a bright, shining light to my inner seed. I want to wrap my head around the mystery of how we all came to be, how she could travel through the stars to give purpose to someone like me. But first I want to take a step closer to the timeless, dripping beauty who stands right in front of me. There's no telling where she ends, as her hair flows outward, becoming one with the dancing waves of the majestic sea. She is cascading out into the horizon and beyond space for all eternity. Through tears of happiness, I gaze into the eyes of this living portrait of divinity. Her presence remains to this day the strongest I could have ever felt or seen. With newfound insight and vigor for discovering my purpose, I began carving my way through life. No map, no template, only intuition. With each slash and each step I take, I am closer to my destination. As to where I am headed, I haven't the slightest idea, but I have a feeling it's somewhere beautiful. I wake up from a dream, still soaked in the magical waters of the oasis from which I just stepped out from. These thoughts and feelings are what drive me each day to get out of bed and pick up the blade, to continue carving the infinite details of paradise into my surrounds, until the day I reach my destination and I lose the ability to tell whether my eyes are open or closed. I am without doubt truly blessed beyond disbelief. Sure, our lives have endured so much suffering, but as hard as it is to deal with, and it is always a continual process, I have come to love every detail of the chaotic mess. Our suffering has made us all who we are today, and serves us as our fertilizer for tomorrow. We must taste the grit in order to truly savor the cream of life. Forever feeling the presence by my side, and knowing all my actions and thoughts are noticed, my life continues to unravel with new meaning with each moment of every day. When once I felt lost, now everything seems to fall into place, too perfectly to be passed off as mere coincidences. There is never a need to fear, even though it is natural. Our emotions are just a bodily function, gifted to us as a result of the world changing around us, the world we help create. Everything happens for a reason, even if it is hard to find the meaning in it all. Fear rises and falls within the mind as we find balance and familiarize ourselves with our surroundings. As we become familiar with this process, the emotions remain yet have a less lingering effect as we become more passive observers of the divine process that is individualized consciousness within a working life system. Whatever the feeling, you are exactly where you ought to be right now at this very moment. In hindsight, the point at which you decide to let go and step back to view the role you are fulfilling right now for all life that surrounds you will give way to new emotions of interconnectivity and reverence of all things. Emotions which are continually redefining and directing you to where you need to be. When stuck in a spot, do what you enjoy doing most or thinking about most. Whatever it is the right thing to be doing. At very least, following an idea will take you out of the reality you are in now to a new existence where the only thing that holds true about where you are or what you are doing is the idea that brought you there. New ideas, thoughts, and opportunities unfold as you consciously create your reality. Thoughts different entirely from the ones we are conditioned to perceive. And yet these thoughts and opportunities have always existed and have been presented to us before, while believing that we have little role over our reality. Every thought has a purpose, and when you act upon them and get feedback from the world in any type of form based on your new pattern of thought, which you have helped create, is such a powerful experience that from then on everything you perceive becomes as clear as this beautiful day, a creation of the mind, a cosmic gift tailored to you for all existence, which you are a part of and can influence. The more this is practiced, the more this new reality becomes concrete in our minds. There is something about watching an idea unfold into some new gorgeous entity you had no clue you were helping bring about into existence. That again, I say, goes far beyond words and tops any sensation I've encountered in this body of senses. I believe we should enjoy ourselves and each other together as we forever follow the never-ending dreams that guide us through life. And I still remain simply and utterly floored, melted, and frozen, all in awe of the shattering, intangible beauty, love, and wonder of today, and all of you, who encompass the day's radiance. Anyone else excited for the times to come? Even though excited does no justice to the actuality of the anticipation of tomorrow, and can't even begin to speak on the feeling of contemplating the divine puzzle that interlocks you and I and the rest of all existence, seamlessly until the end of perceivable time, and that lays just beyond tomorrow, always and forever. You are significant beyond words.
Yeah, buddy. Woohoo!
Yeah, he is.
We just met him, about 3 weeks ago? He walked into our studio, and we knew who he was. He knew who we were. And we invited him to come here tonight because we know this is the hope of the future.
Yeah.
My grandson is named Dillon. So to have such a beautiful soul gives meaning to open mic emerging artists, because this is what we're doing. Thank you.